everybody? Tim here for another review for Raised by Wolves, Season 1, Episode 4, Nature's Course, and Season 1, Episode 5, Infected Memory, because they both came out on the same day. Now, typically, I would do them in separate reviews anyway, but like I've said before, I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm not digging this series. Like, it's very, very, it's just not grasping me. It's beautiful. And even the plot is kind of interesting with this giant war between religious people and atheists. But for whatever reason, it's missing me. And it's disappointing because it seems like everybody's loving it. So I'm definitely on the minority. And I even did consider, you know what, I'm just going to stop. I'm not going to do these reviews anymore. Because it's just going to be me complaining, and then people leave me negative comments because they're like, you're wrong. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I have an opinion, but whatever. And so I thought about stopping it, deleting the ones I've already done, but I was like, you know what? No, it's just, I'm already too invested. So at the very least, I will finish Season 1. If there's a Season 2, which there probably will be, because it's Ridley Scott, and it's HBO, so they'll just drag it till it dies, and then keep dragging it. I'll probably wait for Season 2, to completely be released, and then I'll try to watch it, rather than doing these episodic things. But overall, like I said, I'm struggling. I'm struggling hard. It's interesting. There are interesting concepts of it. Seeing Mother save Paul was, it's beautiful. Just the way she goes into her little thing. But then, the scene where she's like, everybody go to sleep. I'm going to remove these ankle trackers. I drink the entire time I watch this. So I don't know how she knew about the ankle trackers. Other than to throw the religious people off, I don't even know what the point of it was. But it was so long and it was so drawn out of her just removing these little trackers. By the end, I was like, I don't care about the trackers anymore. Other than oh, look, they're in the little pit now. Probably my favorite scene was actually Campion and Father looking for food. Just because Campion's like, what about this? What about this? And Father's just like, toxic. Oh, no, toxic. And just that was actually the most interesting scene for me personally. Marcus's storyline's the worst. To go from Campion and Father to Marcus and his little, religious thing in the desert, and they just find a rock, and they're like, let's stay here. Fuck that whole story. Anytime I see them, I just want to fast forward. I'm just done with it. And then the interesting part was because they have this alien trapped, and Father's like, y'all need to learn how to hunt. But nobody wants to do it, except for the one little girl that just stabs it and runs away. Which would probably be me, but whatever. And then the big twist with, spoiler, obviously, because that's all I do is spoil stuff for other people. With Tempest finally being the one, and it's wow, we have something in common. So the whole story was so rough. It just wasn't interesting to me. And then going right into episode 5, I had even less notes, where we learned all about, this rapist from the ship, and it's where's this character coming from? What's the point of this? Haven't seen it before, have never even brought up the helmet thing. Why is this a thing? Paul and Campion bonding, and this is, the first, close-up of the alien we've seen, and I was kind of looks like a monkey. I was a little disappointed in it. And then the majority for this is just Mother learning about her origin. And, it seems like reprogramming, stuff like that. It was just okay. Again, it could have been so much more interesting. But instead, she's just this weird lovesick thing with repressed memories. And I was like, I don't care. And then Tempest tries to kill herself. I was really sad about that. But, I mean, realistically, looking at this poor girl who's also pregnant, I was like, yeah, it makes sense. But I don't know, this whole story, I think we're more than halfway through it at this point, or at least about halfway, but I'm struggling hard, and like I said, I know I'm in the minority. I know everybody's loving it. I don't think I've seen any negative reviews other than mine, so I'm curious what you guys think. What is the attraction to this for you? Maybe if I get some more of that background type of information, I'll like it a little more. Go ahead, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you guys next week for Lost Paradise.